Hello Taurus, welcome to your February 2023 reading. I hope this message finds you all well. Let's have a look at what energies and what messages Spirit has for you. So your overall energy is the Peacock Spirit, and it says, let it shine. Now with the Tarot, we have the 4-week breakdown, or how the energies are likely to play out. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. That's interesting. I feel like the energy is going to up, down, up, down. I feel this wheel's going to be turning quite fast this month for you, Taurus. Let's have a look. We have timelines and we have grounded. Okay, let's see. Okay, Taurus. So we have Peacock Spirit with Let It Shine. And with this card, I'm always drawn to this heart chakra and how it just, oh, you can just feel the energy coming out of it, the light coming out of it. And Taurus, I feel this is you. I feel Spirit saying, your time to shine, my friends. I'm wondering if I'm getting two feelings. I'm kind of getting the feeling that for some of you, February is going to be a really healing month. And for others of you, it's going to be a month of really putting yourself out there. Either way, Taurus, I'm getting a real sense of self-worth. Seeing the beauty that is you. And with the Peacock Spirit, I particularly like the Peacock Spirit with the Let It Shine and with this heart chakra, because I'm really getting a sense, especially in your reading, Taurus, that it's not only loving, you know, the inner part of you, you know, the good that is you, you know, your higher self, but it's loving the outer you, the physical you. So there's a sense of the focus isn't just going to be internally for you, Taurus. I feel like it's all of you. You know, it's this, you know, the physical body, your mind, your soul. And there's a sense of really seeing the worth in all that. Almost seeing past, because we all have negative bits. We have to have. We have to have, because if we didn't, there'd be no contrast. And without contrast, we couldn't label something good, or we couldn't label something beautiful, or we couldn't label something fun or happy, or, do you know, it's the contrast that enables us to know what is what. And there's a sense of you coming to understand that every part of you is valuable at different, for different reasons. I was going to say different points, but yeah, for different reasons is probably a better way to say it. What I mean by that, Taurus, is that all our aspects of ourselves have a reason for being. You know, some of it might be a reason to enable us to overcome something, but there's always a reason. there's always, you know, if we hate our body image, you know, the reason in that is to learn to be able to accept and to come to love what is not perfect. Of course, in our eyes. Because remember, one person's perfect is not another person's perfect. And this is not about others, Taurus. It's not about, you know, somebody might think you're beautiful or you're intelligent, but if you don't think that, there's no point. And this is you. This is you allowing yourself to shine. And this is almost you seeing your own light. And I don't just mean that internally. So I'm talking, you know, the body, the mind, and your soul. Really coming to appreciate yourself, Taurus, is really what I'm getting. And then with the tarot, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. And I'm really finding that the energy is quite split. I found the same actually with Aries, that I just did Aries. So it's interesting. If you have any Aries in your sign, go watch that. Because I really feel like these swords is where your mind is going to be sharp, and your mind is going to, like, how we can use things for positive and for negative. Because in your reading, Taurus, I'm really seeing the swords as your mind, your ideas, how you see things. And with the Seven of Swords, yes, I know a lot of people see the Seven of Swords as sneaky, treacherous kind of energy, people cheating, backstabbing, people doing things behind your back and things. I don't ever really see the Seven of Swords like that, because to me, I'm very attracted to color, and there's too much yellow. This yellow to me is a joyful color. You know, in the colors, like if you ever look at the meaning of colors, yellow is joyful. Yellow is inspirational. Same with a lot of the yellow crystals. You know, citrine is all about money and abundance, and it's a card that enables joyful communication. It's a crystal that enables joyful communication. So for me, the Seven of Swords is just, it's too yellow, it's too joyful. The polka dots on his gown signify fun. So to me, the Seven of Swords is all about being strategic. It's about knowing your worth and being comfortable to accept what is for you and not take everything. I love this card in the sense that he doesn't take all the swords. He doesn't take what's not for him. You know, the sense of being strategic. There's these people in the background that are fighting. Or sitting, they might be sitting doing nothing as well. I'm never quite sure. Sometimes I feel they're fighting. Sometimes I feel they're just maybe not working. They're taking a break. And you see opportunity. But you never take more than you need. You never take more than you feel you deserve. You never take more where you leave others in lack. But there's a sense of self-worth. This card for me is you seeing your self-worth and being able to receive what is rightfully yours. And the Three of Swords here, I'm actually seeing as how our mind hurts us. And when I mean hurts us, it's how we hold on to. You know, our mind makes us relive. You know, we've all done this. I mean, we do this daily. Somebody will say something and we relive the conversation again and again and again. Days, weeks, months, years sometimes, depending on how much it traumatized us at the time or how much we've held on to it. But you know, we should have said this and we should have said that, and why didn't we do this? And so for your reading, Taurus, I'm really feeling this Three of Swords is the way your mind hinders you. And this is the way your mind helps you. The strategic. You know, we can't be strategic in the world without our mind, without our ego. You know, a lot of times in the spiritual environment, you know, it's almost like, you know, there's a sense that we have to kill the ego, you know, we have to get rid of it, we have to annihilate it almost, you know. And I feel that no, that's well, for me, that's really detrimental to us, because our ego is there for survival. Our ego is there to help us stay safe. It's there purely for us. Your ego is just there for you. Your ego will always put you first. Always. It has to, in order to do its job. So it's bringing that into balance with your higher self, with your soul. Aligning that with your body and what your body is physically able to do. When the three come together, you really let it shine. Because there's no aspect of you that is being squashed, is being ignored, is bad. So then the three can come together. You come together. That's really beautiful energy. And I feel that's why the Wheel of Fortune's here, because if you've been following me for a while, you know the major arcana for me is how we co-create with spirit. We co-create with our higher self. So it's creating in this physical world, but with what is untangible or intangible. You know what, with all that we can't see. And I feel this Wheel of Fortune is here because the Wheel of Fortune turns. The Wheel of Fortune basically says, you know, this too shall pass. And the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that the wheel turns because of past choices, because of past actions. The Wheel of Fortune is aligned. And interestingly enough, this may sound like I'm contradicting myself, but this is always how I see the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune turns because of what we've done, but also because of what we need to do. So the way I can explain that for you, Taurus, is very much this energy. You know, sometimes the wheel, you know, we can make all the right choices, but we're not learning the lesson. So sometimes the wheel will turn and bring us into this space of doubt and fears, uncertainty, worry, heartache, sadness, in order for us to be able to overcome that and learn from it. Because there's a real sense, Taurus, that the month of February, you're creating something. You know, I see the Three of Pentacles as the apprentice, as the apprentice going into the master. You know, there's a real sense of doing it. It's not really what fuels you, but doing your craft, whatever that may be. That may be with numbers. You love numbers and you're an accountant and that fuels you. Or you love music and you're now becoming, you're joined a band, or you're singing in a group. Or it can just be that you love writing and now you're finding moments in your day to write, and maybe you're looking at writing for a blog or a book, or but there's a sense of doing something that you love, almost like turning a hobby, a passion, something creative. Now that doesn't have to be in the creative arts, it can be anything, but you're turning that into something that may in the future potentially lead to money. And I feel people are starting to notice. So you might find that your family might be going, oh wow, you're really hitting those notes these days, or I just love listening to you. Or you might going back to if you're an accountant, you might really help some of your clients out of sticky situations, really bringing their books back into balance. And there's going to be this sense of people are going to be really appreciating what you bring, to the table, whether that's in your line of work or in your hobbies or just as a pastime. But there's a sense of appreciation here. And I feel it's because you're becoming more aligned. You're letting yourself shine. And that can be sometimes, these Seven of Swords sometimes are seen as in taking risks. But there's going to be this sense of seeing yourself truly as you are, Taurus, and really coming into balance with that. Really accepting that, okay, I'm not always gonna be strategic and hitting the mark and getting it right and being at the top of my game and being energetic and finding those solutions and just getting it right and taking those risks and having them fall into place. Sometimes I'm going to be in this energy of lack of energy, and I'm scared and I'm tired, and I'm still heartbroken from the failures that I've had, and I still struggle. And there's this sense of balance. The wheel will turn. I feel it's going to turn from one to another really quickly for you, Taurus, where you're going to be able to see how you're never long in one energy or another, and that's okay. And I feel this sense of this wheel turning and this sense of coming out of one energy into another. I feel it might not be daily, but it might be one day you're in this and the next day you're in this, and then you might have a couple of days of this, and then you might have a week of this, and then maybe a week of that and a few days of this. But you're really going to see how integrated you are. Just got that word when I looked at the peacock spirit. You're integrating all aspects of yourself. Again, I said that for Aries, so if you've got Aries in your chart, go and listen to that reading. Now, the additional messages for this month, Taurus, is timelines. And the card says, every conscious step you take on your route is creating a new timeline and opening doors that previously were closed. That's why you can never see the full picture ahead, because each step determines the next one. Let the flow of your heart lead you towards your most abundant timeline. Wow. That's beautiful for this reading. It's like one step. It's like this step leads you into this, and that step leads you back into here, and the wheel turns, and at each step it's almost you embrace this creativity. You start really embracing you, allowing yourself to shine, the real you, the authentic you. And finally we have grounded, and the card says working, serving, striving and giving all have the potential to pull us away from our naturally centered and grounded state. It takes time and surrender to ground your energy by connecting to the natural world as often as possible. And I feel that's a beautiful card, because I feel that this card is striving. It's being strategic. It's having a plan and moving forward and getting things right. But then I feel like there'll be a sense of this, almost like this is going to give you reason for downtime. You're going to feel more tired. There might be things from the past that come up and slow you down. And together, this Wheel of Fortune gives you the opportunity, because you're doing, but you're also being. And I know the Three of Swords is not a card that you want to be in the being, because the Three of Swords does signify disappointments and sadness. But sometimes it takes the lower energies, like having physically low energy, all those feeling a bit down, it does slow us down. And I feel for February for you, Taurus, it's going to be a good thing. I'm not saying that this energy is going to feel great. It's not, Taurus. But I feel it's going to be good for how you move forward and the way you move forward and in what alignment. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Have a wonderful month, Taurus. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.